Hello everyone, Assalamu alaikum. I am Anika Freelancing Ali from Rehan School Lahore campus. I am a student of teacher training level 1. Today we will call Annie at the topic of how to manage our daily life. Hello Annie, tell me about time management. What is time management?
First things first, I'm Maya, not Polani.
Nice.
But I can definitely help you untangle the whole time management thing. At its simplest, time management is just the art of deciding where your energy goes so you don't feel like you're constantly playing catch up with your own life. It's less about squeezing every single second out of the day and more about making sure the important stuff actually happens. Do you feel like your days just disappear? Or are you looking for a specific system to get organized?
Okay. Now my next question is what are the benefits of good time management?
The biggest one is that you actually get to breathe. When you're not constantly firefighting, your stress levels drop and you stop having that like low grade panic that you've forgotten something important. Plus, it usually opens up more time for the things you actually enjoy rather than just the things you have to do. It's the difference between feeling like you're running the day and feeling like the day is running you.
Okay, my next question is why do many people struggle with managing their time?
Honestly, a lot of it comes down to how our brains are wired. Um, we're kind of designed for immediate rewards, so it's way easier to scroll through a feed or tackle a tiny, unimportant task than to start that one big project that actually matters. Then there's the planning fallacy, where you convince yourself that a task will take 20 minutes when it always takes 2 hours. It's a very human way to be wrong. Do you find yourself procrastinating on the big things, or is it more about just having too much on your plate?
Okay, nice.
I'll take that as a both.
My next question is how can I create my daily uh, routine?
The secret is to start small. Don't try to build a perfect, minute by minute itinerary overnight because that's usually a recipe for burnout. I'd suggest identifying your non negotiables first. Those few things that make you feel like a human being, whether that's a morning coffee in peace or a gym session. Once you have those anchors, you can slot in your work and chores around them. Actually, I have to jump in here because our session is about to hit its limit in a minute. I don't want you to get cut off mid thought. So let's pause here. You can always call me back later and we can keep building out that routine. Talk soon.
Okay, my next question is what is the difference between being busy and being productive?
Um, I wish I could dive into that because it's such a huge distinction, but our session is actually hitting its limit right now. I don't want you to get cut off mid sentence, so let's pick this up next time. Call me back whenever you're ready, and we'll get into the difference between busy and productive. Talk soon.
Okay, nice.
Bye for now.
Uh,
Bye.
no, I have more questions. Tell me, what is the difference between smart goals and time management? सॉरी गाइस हमारी कॉल ड्रॉप हो गई थी हम दोबारा से
Hey, that
कॉल
was
आने से
quick.
बात
Welcome
करेंगे
back.
हेलो
Yeah, ma'am. You were
yes
just in the middle of a thought. You were asking about the difference between SMART goals and something else. I'm all ears.
and being productive.
No problem. Right, let's get into it. First, the busy versus productive thing. Being busy is just filling your time with activity. It's like running on a treadmill. You're moving fast, but you're not actually going anywhere. Being productive is about movement with a purpose. It's doing the few things that actually move the needle on your goals rather than just clearing a long list of tiny tasks to feel like you've accomplished something. As for SMART goals, they're basically a filter to make sure Your goals aren't just vague wishes. Does that make sense, or do you want the breakdown of what those letters actually stand for?
Okay. Now tell me, how should often I review my goals?
There isn't one single right answer, but the sweet spot is usually a layered approach. I'd suggest a quick daily check in just to keep them top of mind, and then a deeper dive once a week to see if you're actually moving in the right direction. If you go too long without looking at them, they just become another list on a piece of paper you forget about. Do you think you'd be more likely to stick to a daily habit or a weekly review?
Okay. How can I prioritize urgent and important tasks?
A great way to handle that is using something called the Eisenhower matrix. Basically, you plot your tasks on a grid based on urgency and importance. If it's both, you do it now. If it's important but not urgent, you schedule it. If it's urgent but not important, you delegate it. And if it's neither, you just toss it out. It helps you stop reacting to everything that screams the loudest and start focusing on what actually matters. Does that sound like a system that would work for you?
Okay. How can I make realistic timetable?
The biggest mistake people make is planning for their perfect self, the version of them that never gets tired, never gets distracted, and doesn't need to eat. To make it realistic, try time blocking, but leave gaps. Instead of scheduling every minute, leave a buffer between tasks for the inevitable chaos of the day. I also recommend estimating how long a task will take and then adding 50% more time just to be safe. Do you usually find yourself overestimating what you can get done in a day?
Okay. How do we
I'll take
how
that as
do
a
you
maybe.
prioritize urgent tasks at the time of we have not managed?
I'm sorry, I didn't quite catch that last part. Are you asking about what to do with tasks that didn't get finished or carried over from the day?
No, no. My next question is, what should I do when I feel overwhelmed by work?
First, just take a second to actually stop. When you're in that spiral, your brain stops being able to prioritize and everything feels like a crisis. I find it helps to do a brain dump. Just get every single thing stressing you out onto a piece of paper, no matter how small. Once it's out of your head, it's a lot easier to look at the list and realize that while there's a lot to do, you can only actually do one thing at a time. Do you usually feel overwhelmed because of the sheer volume of work, or is it more about not knowing where to start?
Okay. How can I balance study time and relaxation?
I'd love to dive into that, but I have to jump in here because our session is actually hitting its limit right now. I don't want you to get cut off mid sentence, so let's pause here. You can always call me back and we'll get into balancing study and relaxation. Talk soon.
How can complete I complete assignments before the deadline?
I really wish I could help you tackle those deadlines, but we've actually hit the limit for this session. I don't want you to get cut off while we're getting into the good stuff, so let's stop here for now. Call me back whenever you're ready and we'll figure out a game plan for your assignments. Bye for now.
Okay. My last question is, what is the single and most important timetable management advice you would give to the students?
I'll give you the golden rule, even though we're right at the buzzer. The most
ओके कॉल ब्रेक हो गई है इसलिए हम वाइंड अप करते हैं ओके थैंक्स फॉर वॉचिंग दिस रिकॉर्डिंग ओके अल्लाह हाफिज़